Yo, this is Nova Trifecta. I am Jimmy Fedor, aka Alias.
Mang Negro, aka Shaw D, aka that nigga, aka Content.
I
What
brought
up?
out the sexy voice for the ladies, huh?
What up? What up? What up?
All right. Before we get into this video, into this pod, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, all of that good shit to show support for Nova Trifecta.
Yeah, show some love.
All right. Well, the reason we are here to get into Wandavision episode 7, breaking the fourth wall. What is your initial thoughts and reaction about this episode? The feeling that it gave you. What you think? Initial thoughts.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the first emotion that comes to mind when thinking about the episode is absolute rage and anger
Raw
because
rage and anger.
that please stand by popping up when it gets good at the end is getting old. That is, I'm so sick of that.
That is the biggest villain of the show. Everybody
It is.
wondered, who the real villain is. It's that fucking please stand by.
Oh my God, it's so annoying.
After 25 minutes of this shit, when they promise you 35 plus, it's
Yeah,
10 minutes of credits. We
yeah.
get it. We get it.
Like we don't get credits that long on a feature film. Like movies don't have credits that long. What is going? And I know it's movie quality and it's a lot of boom guys and everything like that. But my God, it gets so annoying because it's like the moment that the episode goes up to a 10, it stops. But I guess you could also say that's great placement by Kevin Feige and his team. They know how to keep people interested. They know how to keep people talking, and this is how you do it.
Yeah, they said actually
Can't give them everything in an episode. You got to keep them coming back. So
Yeah, they said the show is catching popularity, and it said that Disney Plus actually had trouble last night because everybody was trying to get on and watch it at the same time.
yeah, I mean, I knew. I told you. See, I told you when Disney Plus started that hey, it's they gonna get ready to leave Netflix in the dust here in a minute, and I think it's about to
Nah,
happen.
nah,
I
they
think
ain't
it's gonna
leaving.
happen.
They ain't leaving them in the dust. They got good shows, but Netflix gonna be Netflix, just like HBO gonna be HBO Max. That is the
Yeah,
dark horse. But yeah, let's get into the episode, breaking the fourth wall. It opens up with a modern day family office type feel. Uh, like the music was kind of like the office is,
kind of
but
started with that Office theme music.
but the episode, had the modern family feel to it with Wanda, you know, breaking into the fourth wall and talking about the events in the previous episode with the expansion that I call with the Hicks expanding. I like to call that expansion. And Billy and Tommy comes into the room and they have a brief conversation. And Billy, I believe, tells her, "Hey, it's noisy in here. I can hear things." And she kind of like brushes him off to the side, and I think that'll come to a more of an explanation later on because when he's with Agatha toward the end of the episode, he says, "Hey, I like it here. It's quiet here." But anyways, what do you think about the beginning of the episode? Some of the things that you noticed, and from that.
Well, well, with me, I noticed from the very beginning that Wanda looks drained. Like I'm sure it's taken a lot of power for her to use her magic on an entire city like this, and so I think she's just drained physically and mentally. I think she's over it, which is the perfect time for the villain to come in and really, take over. Is like
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait until she gets emotionally drained, mentally drained, physically drained. Like even she said about Vision, and you know how much she loves Vision. But the first thing we heard her say about him was, "Look, if he doesn't want to be here, I can't make him."
yeah,
So she even tired of that debacle. And every single time she sees Monica, she didn't even want to hear it. She didn't want to hear it. It's like she just sick and tired of dealing with these catastrophic events, and she's tired of the hero gig, and she's tired. I mean, she just lost so much. I feel bad for Wanda because Wanda, she has lost a lot in the last couple of years, and she's seen a lot, she's experienced a lot, and she doesn't know how to deal with this trauma.
and
You
even
know,
Vision said something in the episode where he was like, "I kind of feel bad for her." He was like, "For me, it felt like it happened to somebody else. I just can't
hmm
remember, even though it happened to me." But he was like, "For her, it's been a mere few weeks."
yeah, it's been just a few weeks,
And
and when you
so,
put that in perspective, you kind of, it's like, golly, she is going through a lot of trauma. And see, we don't know yet how much of this how much she had to do with all of this in its initial phase. We know that she kept it up and everything, but she doesn't know how this stuff started. She doesn't
Yeah.
know. And now we're seeing it's probably Agnes, which I think we all knew that it was, you know, that she was villainous and
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
she was a witch and everything, but we didn't know when it was going to come. I know I was fooled the last couple of episodes because I kind of was thinking that I was like, I'm seeing some genuine moments of concern from Agnes. Like I thought that when Sparky died, I thought that she showed genuine concern for the boys, Billy and Tommy. And then
Yeah.
what happened with Vision, seeing her at the edge of the city last week, I was like, she seemed genuine there, but
No.
I guess she's just a fantastic actress.
Yes. Yes. That she is.
Because she tricked me. I knew she was a villain, but I thought maybe she had cut a deal with Mephisto and she was being used kind of like Wanda was being used, and she was gonna wind up trying to help Wanda and Vision protect the children from Mephisto or something like that. But unless this was a big mix misdirect, which it still could be,
It still could be.
but that's I kind of was thinking that Agnes may, have a good streak in her. Maybe she was conflicted, but right now it's looking like she's the bad guy.
Yeah, one thing I liked about the episode, and you could kind of see Wanda realizing that she doesn't have full control and she doesn't know what's going on, but everything around her is jumping through time periods. You see the
Yeah,
milk change, you see the TV change, you see the shades change, you see certain things changing around her, and she's like, I just don't know what's going on. Even
yeah.
I love the line, they used it in the commercials a lot. She was like, I guess it's just a case of the Mondays. I love when she
Hmm.
said that. And so
Yeah, yeah,
but yeah, Agatha comes in, Agnes, but we know as Agatha, and she kind of just pawns the kids off on Agatha.
yeah. She was negligent.
She was
She was
very
negligent.
negligent,
That's the reason why. Well, she even said that everything feels meaningless.
Yeah,
So this is her slipping into madness, the multiverse of madness.
yeah,
This is her slipping into it because
yeah.
she's losing interest in everything.
Exactly. And so the episode goes along, and we run into Vision, who's just waking up after the expansion, and he looks around and he sees a carnival around him, with sword officers that's now clowns and employees of the circus, and he see Darcy Lewis. He tried to make her understand that he's seen her when he was leaving the hex. She doesn't, because she's under the spell or whatever, and he hits her with the Vision powers and wakes her up, and they have conversation and they end up leaving the carnival. What do you think about the interaction between Darcy and Vision?
Honestly, and I feel kind of sacrilegious saying it because I've loved every single moment of this, even when y'all were calling it boring.
Which it
Um,
was.
but but I don't know. That's the first part. The first time that I was actually frustrated with something that was going on. I was kind of frustrated with the Darcy and Vision stuff. I wasn't that interested in the dialogue between them as much. I didn't like the quirkiness of it. I didn't like the campiness of it. It felt like a little bit of waste of time to me. But I mean, I get it. It was necessary. I mean, it was necessary for Vision and Darcy to team up since Vision. And I was wondering, was Vision going to remember who she was once he woke up?
Yeah.
I knew that she would be, you know, under the spell of the hex when she got in. But I was wondering, would he remember who she was? And he did, and I'm glad he did because they went on and got into it, and he brought her back to her reality self. And I knew they were gonna have to team up because Darcy knows a lot about what's going on. Vision needs blanks filled in,
And
so
that's what it
I knew
was.
they were gonna team
It was a filler. I ain't gonna say filler episode, but it was a filler space within the episode between those two characters. Because it's kind of like, how can I get these two together, and so she can explain to him what is going on. And she
Yeah,
ends up telling him everything about Thanos. Well, actually, Wanda having to kill him, and Thanos rewinding time and killing her. And I think it was a very important line that she said, that Wanda had to watch all of that twice. She had to watch him
yeah,
die twice. And so,
yeah,
with that, I just think it was just a filler space within the episode for them to explain, to Vision, hey, this what's going on, da 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 da, X and O. This all we can tell you.
And
Because
I think that it also no finish what you were saying.
because right after Vision got what he needed from her, he just flew the fuck away.
Yeah.
You know, and
Vision was like, wait a minute, why am I sitting in this truck letting people at this stop sign hold me up from getting where I need to go, and I can literally fly through things?
Because like, I mean, they was obviously being held up. You know what I mean? And so I was wondering, I was like, why the fuck he just won't use his speed like he brought the doctor in the initial episode? But like he said, I don't know why the fuck
why am I sitting here? Why am I still doing the sitcom thing? I gotta go. I gotta get my kids. I gotta protect.
I'm talking to you.
And I actually think that the talk with Darcy, even though it was, you know, I don't want to say I was disappointed in that part because it was necessary.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I just wanted them to be more of a mystery type thing, you know, trying to solve what was going on instead of, I don't know. I was kind of turned off by the whole carnival circus thing. But I do think that it served its purpose because not only did it fill in blanks for Vision, but I think Darcy also brought Vision back down from thinking that Wanda was the straight up sole villain here. And it brought him back down to say, this is what Wanda is going through. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, I think that Vision was kind of turning against Wanda. I think he's been kind of turning against her since episode 5.
Yeah.
When they had that big, and I think he's kind of understanding that, wait a minute, I do love this woman because Darcy told him that y'all are meant for each other. The love that y'all have is real, even though all this other stuff is a fake reality. The love y'all have is real, and she's been through a lot.
Right.
You know, she's been through a lot. So I think that was good for Vision to get that. Now I think he's going to save his girl.
Right. Well, I'm done talking about Vision and Darcy. You know, like I said, I love Darcy Lewis in it, but like I said, that part, a necessary evil, so to speak, you know, in the episode. So
I get it.
What I want to do is I want to go outside the Hex with Monica and Jimmy. We finally get to meet Monica's friend, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I was slightly disappointed because, you know, we had all the theories going around that it could be
I got an issue with that, by the way.
Reed Richards, and it could be Dr. Doom, and it ends up being Major Goodner, you know, and they had, you know, a machine that they thought can get through the Hex. Talk about that briefly and your issue with it.
Well, see, my issue is with the fans and what you just said about being a little disappointed in that, because Marvel didn't tell us to get our expectations up about that. We made that. We made that hype. We're the ones
that goes along with everything, though. That comes with it.
Okay, that may come with it, but it's not Marvel's fault that it fell below the expectations of what people built it up to be. They didn't build it up to be that. They just simply said it. And what I think is that it moved the story forward. It done its job. They didn't say that
the way they presented it, the way they presented it like it was finna be an introduction for a character.
I don't think that they done that. I think that they presented it like, hey, I know somebody. We'll see them tomorrow. Well, we the ones that came up with all of these theories. I felt the same way about the Star Wars stuff. You know, when people was having all these theories about stuff, and then you get disappointed because the theory isn't the way you thought it was going to be. Well, that ain't their fault. We the ones that made that theory up. We the ones that went all off on a tangent and started coming up with all this stuff. Then when we get disappointed, we trash the content. No, I think it done what it was supposed to do. I think it pushed the story forward. She simply said, I got a person. Well, she did. She did have a person. Now, was it a little a blow to our ego as fans because we thought we had, you know, figured something out and maybe we were going to get to see a surprise? But I also think that that's an issue with the way people view content today, is that I think that people concern themselves so much with the breaking the internet thing, the shock value thing, and just watch the story. Pay attention to the storytelling. I appreciate the storytelling. I didn't have a big problem with who it was, to be
I
honest.
appreciate all that, but yeah, I was still
You
underwhelmed.
do not. You
So
didn't appreciate the first two episodes,
I
which were great
appreciate it, but I was
storytelling.
still underwhelmed. I mean, it's Marvel, and they say certain things and play certain things for certain things, and they just it ain't no big issue or nothing like that. It's just like, who the fuck is that? Whatever, along with the episode. And so
Unfair to the story and to the actress.
nah. And so I don't know who she is. Nah, I ain't
See,
gonna say
see
that.
that? See, already disrespecting the young lady. The young lady doing her job, and y'all mad at her because you had expectations of something else.
That's okay. But anyways, they Monica gets in the this vehicle, and she tries to go through the hex, and the hex is rewriting the vehicle. It's changing
Yeah,
the vehicle,
like it did everything else in the
like it did
expansion.
everything else. I don't understand why the fuck they thought this vehicle was gonna get through. But anyways,
Well, because they used it in space and everything like that, so they assumed that it would get through this too.
their
Monica's an
assumptions
astronaut at heart, so
their assumptions was wrong, and
they
so
were
she
just like y'all's.
true, touche. And so she jumps out the vehicle, and she gives the look back to Jimmy, and we already knew what time it was. So
Yeah,
she runs through the hex, and I just think it was cool. It was one of the coolest
it
things that
was.
Marvel has done from a visual standpoint. Um, some of the voices that she heard. Do you want to go into that? What
I
that could
think I
mean?
heard. I think I heard her mom's voice. I think I heard Captain Marvel's voice, and I think it was a like when Captain Marvel said in when Carol said in the Captain Marvel movie about you got the strongest kid or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
She alluded to something about you know that you got the strongest kid, and I think that's when Monica powered through, and we see that she got her powers, and she looked awesome.
Yes,
She
she
looked
did.
awesome with the blue eyes and the power. I can't wait to see how she handles these new powers. I can't wait to see it because she
Yeah.
looks awesome. She looks like a superhero. She looks like an action figure. I mean,
And they giving her,
they trying real hard to cover up those features on that body, but
they
she
kept,
got a superhero body.
yeah, and so, it's basically an origin story for her as well, because eventually she's supposed to be Spectrum,
Yeah,
and so, it's a
that's a
precursor.
good origin moment.
It
It's
is, because it
but
was,
because it was her. It wasn't just an accident. It was her. She had the power through that. Hey, somebody else may not have been able to make it through it.
yeah, and
She had the power through it.
that's
Now I don't know.
determination.
That's determination. Determination. Now I don't know how much. I guess it affected her with her, DNA being altered and
Yeah,
everything from, dealing with the Hicks before that. But
no,
she had the power through
she's just
there.
a strong black woman. That's what we gonna say.
She is. She is. That's what we gonna say.
That's what we gonna say. She's a strong black woman, and she got in there, and so,
It was
uh,
a cool moment, though. It
it
was a
was a
really
cool
cool
moment.
moment. She
As soon as
looked
she gets in the
phenomenal.
hex, she booking it. She
Yeah,
getting
she's
and
a
she
hero, man. She is.
she ain't wasting no time. It ain't no nice running form, nice speed, nice stride. That she took off. So she's athletic, obviously. Coming from the black queen.
See, now you can't say that now. You can't. You stereotyping. You can't just assume she athletic because she's African
Did you
American.
see that stride?
The stride was beautiful. What, what I was looking at while she was running was beautiful.
See, look at you. You being a male pig.
That is not being misogynistic or male pig. The woman is attractive.
She is.
She is
I
attractive.
told y'all that in episode 1. Dang, she fine. But
Yeah, she fine.
she gets to Wanda's house, and as soon as Wanda, it's something about Monica that Wanda don't like. Like as soon as she heard her voice, what the fuck are you doing here? And she ain't hearing nothing. She coming there trying to tell you what's going on. I'm not trying to hear that shit.
I think it's just a rejection to everything on the outside world.
And
I
she
think
represents
Monica,
that.
she does. She embodies and represents everything that Monica is trying. I mean, that Wanda is trying to get away from. Speaking of attractive women, Wanda, Wanda. But I think that she's just rejecting everything on the outside world, and that's the reality that she's trying to escape.
Yeah.
And Monica represents that, and so it sets Wanda off because it's like, why are you in here? I have done all of this to try to get away from all of that crap and all of these organizations and Shield and Sword and all of that. I've gone through a lot of hell trying to create a world to get away from that. Why are you here?
Yeah.
Stop sending drones in here that blow up. Like, stop sending weirdos through sewers to see what's going on. Just leave me alone. You remember that scene in Ultron when Ultron was on top of that truck and Cap kept trying to get up there, and Ultron was like, "Leave me alone!" Like he shot that blast out. That's what Wanda's like. Just leave me alone. Go away.
And so they have a brief. Monica kind of blaster throws up in the air, cool, and Monica
blasted Monica.
That's what I said. Oh, did I say the other way around?
Yeah, you said yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So Wanda blasts Monica, and Monica kind of breaks free and does this cool superhero
landing. It was cool. I don't care how many times you see that superhero landing. It's cool.
Because you low key didn't expect it right there too. Even though her eyes was blue, you still was kind of trying to figure out, is she getting her powers? Does she have powers?
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
I want to know why she's not acknowledging it.
Yeah, she's just taking the shit in stride. Maybe she knew. Maybe she knew. Because even when they was talking about her DNA and stuff like that, she was like, I've been tested on,
yeah, she didn't want to hear it even then when they were telling her about,
so maybe it's something she resent, and that maybe that's has something to do with Captain Marvel. Her just resenting her powers, but that's another story for another day. But she basically tells her, Hayward's trying to destroy destroy this year, burn this place to the ground and get what he wants. Because what he wants is Vision. He wants his body. And so
what if Hayward is Ultron? What if Ultron is Hayward and Ultron's trying to get control of Vision's body?
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy if that
What if
happened.
he get Vision's? What if that's him to get Vision's body to get his self back? Maybe he needs that.
Yeah, like Lord Sauron.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, Agatha looks out the curtains, and the twins are noticeably gone. But she comes outside and she's manipulating, Wanda. Hey, come in here. Da 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 da. Monica tells her, "Hey, bitch, this ain't got nothing to do with you.
Stay out of this.
Stay out.
This don't concern you. Hey, man, this don't concern you. You need to walk away.
This don't concern you, homie." But anyways, they go to Agatha's house, and Wanda sits down and she looks around. She notices the twins. The sandwiches are sitting right there, but no twins, no kids. She looks around, and what I noticed, the bunny was there from the magic show. I think she noticed that as well. So she's like, "What the fuck?"
And she noticed that fly was a fly on the wall.
Yeah, and I think that's significant. I've been looking at some theories, like you said. We create theories out of fans. This what we do. But they were saying that could be Mephisto, the fly on the wall.
Yeah, because there's got to be some reason why she looked at it.
Yeah, him just watching everything. Oh, one thing I wanted to ask you before we move forward: when Wanda was in the fourth wall and she was talking, and that voice said, "Do you think you deserve this? Don't you think that you deserve this?"
Yeah,
it was a man's voice.
I think it was Agnes. I think it was Agnes just disguising, because she can't talk like Agnes.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying
right there. But it showed Agnes's transformation, and I think that it was Agnes showing Wanda what all that she had done. Agnes was the one that was sitting behind the camera in that director's chair. Okay. I think that it was Agnes just disguising her voice.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. Personally,
my mind took me was like, it kind of sounded like Keanu Reeves, who's supposed to be Mephisto, but that's just my mind playing tricks on me.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, anything's possible with Marvel. We never know what they're up to, but I think that was just Agnes that was screwing with Wanda by saying that. Like, maybe this is what you deserve for screwing up everybody's lives because you're upset.
This is a fact. And so Wanda makes her way into the basement, and the basement turns into a fucking lair.
Yeah.
And then we all realize It's been Agatha all along.
which was like that was the perfect introduction to
Fam. She said, "You
who
think you
Agnes
the
was.
only one with powers in this town,
Yeah, yeah. You the
bitch?"
only magical girl in here? Yeah. Then her eyes turned purple. She used her magic to close the door. We saw the spell book over there, which is some kind of demonic spell book that
Exactly.
I can't even fathom what would be what evil and deviltry lies in there.
And
But
demonry.
yeah, for real. For real. It ain't no telling what's in the book. But I think that it was just such a fantastic intro. And then we got to see Agnes fly down in the witch's costume, in the witch's wardrobe, and then turn and go through the decades. And she's been behind all of the weird stuff that's been going on here.
Show
Yeah.
Pietro. Am I saying it
Pietro.
right?
Pietro.
Potato, tomato. If you're a fucking asshole, it's the same person. You know what I'm talking about. But but yeah, you see her, her being mischievous, and like the song said, that's a perfect song. It's been Agatha all along. I
Yeah.
love every shot of her in that song.
I did
Just the
too.
way she was looking in the camera and the faces that she was making. I
Yeah.
loved everything about it.
It was perfect.
She killed that
She
shit.
killed it.
And it
Catherine Hahn.
makes
Catherine
me
Hahn.
want.
She is a great actress too. She's hilarious, by the
She
way.
funny. She
But I
funny.
mean, she's just a master of comedy, I think. But she's also a good actress too.
Made me want like a Pocus-esque song from her. Like I put a
Yeah.
spell on you. It gave me
Yeah.
that kind of feeling. And I mean, the memes and the gifs and the videos from Twitter after this was a grade A. Grade A.
Yeah.
Twitter.
Well, to me, the best line in WandaVision period so far has been, "And I killed Sparky too."
And the laugh, she
the laugh. She
killed
killed the laugh. She killed the laugh.
And
She
then
killed it.
what happens is the biggest villain of all.
Please stand by. Oh my God. Oh my God. I cannot explain to you how hurt I was when that "Please Stand By" came up. Because it's like every time you're watching it, it's like you'll pause it to look to see how much time is left.
Yeah.
And if it's like 15 minutes, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I got 15 minutes left of this show. And then "Please Stand By" comes up and it's 14 minutes worth of credits. Where it's just congratulating the boom guy over and over and over and over and over again.
Yep.
I do not care about the boom guy that many times. Please let me finish seeing what's going on.
One thing they did give us is a post-credit scene, but don't make up
First post-credit scene in WandaVision.
exactly. And what it is, it's Monica looking around. She looking around and shit.
Just hit your head on your mic.
I did, and I was gonna let it slide. Maybe they didn't hear it. Some people listening, some people watching. She's looking around and shit, and she opens, what looks like it was doors to the basement, look like shelter doors. And
I was hoping you didn't try to. I was hoping you didn't spend 15 seconds trying to come up with a fancy podcast word for or phrase for doors to the basement.
Here you go. She opens the doors to the basement. The doors open and she feels a presence behind her, and it's Pietro. And what does he say?
Snoop is gonna snoop.
And it went off.
Yeah.
Did he kill her?
I think she about to punch his head off.
Nice little fight scene from that opening up would be cool.
Yeah. She might be about to use her powers, or he might be about to lock her up in the creepy
or kill her.
Creepy dungeon. Now, Monica Orton story coming up. He about to die.
Well, this is a introduction to a horror film, and black people die in the beginning.
That's true. That is true.
They're gonna kill Wanda. They're gonna kill. They can't kill Wanda. They're gonna kill Monica. We need that sister to live on.
Well, it's looking like it's gonna set up, to be, WandaVision Monica against Agnes.
Question. You know what that's from? Question. The Joker and Harley Quinn.
Oh, okay. I was actually thinking about the Joker when you said it.
Would you live for me? But yeah, okay. in the basement when she's with when Agatha's with Wanda, when you see the purple magic comes around, purple magic comes out and it hits Wanda.
Mm-hmm.
Is she showing her?
I think she's showing her what's going on.
Rather than taking that was my
Right.
question.
Yeah,
Okay.
either that or she's about to put Wanda under her own mind control. Let her see how it feels for a little while, huh? How about you see how it feels?
You let you see how this feels? Yeah.
Yeah. But I think she's showing her that she was behind all of the tricky evil stuff that was going on in the background.
It's been Agatha all alone.
I think that was a callback to the Monsters. You remember the Monsters TV show? You don't remember the sitcom The Monsters?
Oh yeah. With the like in the 50 black and white.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I used to watch that show. See, I used to watch all of these sitcoms. That's why I got an appreciation for it. I used to watch all of them religiously. And The Monsters is on Peacock, and I just saw that last night. But yes, I do, and I've been watching it religiously. That's what I'm watching The Office and Modern Family on.
Oh, okay.
And I've been watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. 07, Kim Kardashian.
Goat.
Goat.
All right. My favorite part of the episode. Ratings.
And I killed Sparky too.
Ratings. What would you rate this episode?
I feel like we've dropped the ball on the ratings thing here because we all got different rating scales.
You could still give it. I mean, everything's
subjective. Going 9.1.
Everything's subjective anyway.
Some of us go.
It's subjective.
I mean, what I'm saying is the way we rate them has been so different. In Ricky will say 9.3, but I pretty much just go from 9 to 9.5 to 10, something like that.
I mean, I think that's valid. Like
I
do 8.75.
See, that's too detailed. We don't spend enough time thinking about it to be that critical in details. So I'm gonna go 9.5.
Okay, I ain't mad at that because the only part about, like I said, I didn't too much care for was the Vision and Darcy.
So yeah, I didn't care. I didn't care for the Vision and the Darcy part.
But I gotta give it like a 8.9, just because I love the way it ended. And that Agatha song, I've watched it like 7 or 8 times. I found it on Twitter. And so like if I'm re-watching something, then you got me.
Yeah. I rewatched the episode about 3 times, but
I watched it twice.
But the Agatha intro at the end was just a thing of beauty.
And it's something we hadn't seen in Marvel too, something like a scene like that. So that shit was dope as fuck.
And Monica's origin to becoming Spectrum.
You know what? I'm gonna give it a 9.
Phenomenal.
I'm gonna give it a 9 because I thought that was really, really cool.
That was well done.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
And she looked so cool.
Mm-hmm. She did. Well, again, remember to like, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe, please. Like, please.
And we also have a podcast page with Current Climate podcast page. We also have a regular page for Nova Trifecta, which is Nova Trifecta. Just go and join that and like, comment, share. We really, really appreciate that if you guys do that. Any last word for the people?
COVID's still out here. Stay as safe as you can. Continue to wear your mask. I know we're tired of it, but it's still out here. It's killing people. Prayers to everybody in Texas. I feel like all of half of America's frozen. It's just been a rough week. So prayers to everybody that's been affected by this weather this week, and peace and love.
Yeah, and I'm gonna leave y'all with a Jeezy line, but I'm gonna just change a couple of words. Mask up, iced out. If a nigga play his lights out, y'all better put the mask on or it's over for you. All right, baby. Nova Trifecta, we out.